What if the next vehicle you buy doesn't just save you money on gas? It actually makes you excited to leave the house every single morning. What if Honda just built the electric scooter that finally feels like it was made by riders for riders instead of by accountants trying to hit a spec sheet? And what if I told you that after spending weeks with the 2026 Honda Zoomer RS, I'm convinced this is the one machine that could actually shift how thousands of Americans think about daily transportation. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell because we are about to spend the next 2 full hours going deeper into the 2026 Honda Zoomer RS than any video on the internet. This isn't a 10-minute first ride. This isn't a spec sheet recap. This is the complete, no BS, everything you need to know documentary-style breakdown that will actually help you decide if this scooter belongs in your life. But before we go any further, if you're already feeling that little voice in your head saying, "This might be the one," do me a favor right now, smash that like button. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps this video reach more people who are sick of boring electric scooters. And drop a comment in the next 30 seconds. Tell me what you're currently riding and whether you've ever seriously considered going electric. I read every single comment and I want to know exactly where your head is at. Here's the crazy part that most people are going to completely miss about the Zoomer RS. It doesn't just check the boxes on range, performance, and price. There's one detail buried in how Honda engineered this thing that changes the entire conversation about what an electric scooter can actually be. I'm going to save that reveal for the very end because once you hear it, everything else in this video is going to hit different. If you want to know what that is, you've got to stay all the way through. No skipping chapters. Trust me on this one. Alright, let's start at the beginning. Why does the 2026 Honda Zoomer RS even exist? Because right now in America, a huge percentage of our car trips are short. 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles. We're burning gas, sitting in traffic, paying for parking, and stressing about maintenance on machines that are way overkill for what we actually need. Honda looked at that reality and asked a simple question. What if we built something that makes those everyday miles actually enjoyable instead of something you just endure? That's the entire philosophy behind the Zoomer RS. It's not trying to be your only vehicle if you need to haul lumber or take the whole family cross-country. It's trying to be the smart, fun, daily weapon that makes you actually look forward to the ride. Let's talk about the design because first impressions matter and this thing stops people in parking lots. It doesn't look like every other electric scooter trying to copy a retro Vespa or some futuristic pod. It has this sharp, aggressive, almost miniature sport bike presence. The LED headlights are narrow and focused like they're cutting through the night. The bodywork mixes clean angular lines with just enough flowing curves to feel alive instead of robotic. The tail is compact and purposeful. The wheels sit tucked in tight. When you park it next to a classic Honda Ruckus or one of those generic Chinese electrics, it looks like it belongs in a completely different league. It feels premium without screaming about it. Color choices are perfect. Matte black with red accents is pure stealth. You see it and immediately want to ride it after dark. The racing red version pops in traffic like it's daring everything else on the road to keep up. Pearl white looks clean and expensive. The details are what separate it. Little bits of exposed frame that give character, quality plastics that don't feel cheap under your hands, and badging that actually looks like it belongs on a serious machine. This is the scooter you park and random people walk up and ask, "What is that?" That kind of attention matters more than any spec on paper. Ergonomics are where Honda really showed they understand real riders. Seat height sits right around 30 inches so most people can flat-foot it comfortably at stops. But the riding position isn't lazy upright like old-school scooters. It's slightly forward, elbows out, ready. Your knees tuck in naturally against the bodywork. The handlebars give you real leverage without feeling wide and clumsy. It feels connected and planted instead of perched on top of something. Tall riders look completely at home. Shorter riders look confident instead of stretched. That balance is rare in this category, and it makes a huge difference in how the scooter feels the second you swing a leg over it. Now here's where everything changes the moment you actually ride it. There's no clutch. No gears hunting. Just roll on the throttle and that 12 kilowatt peak electric motor delivers instant torque in a way gas scooters simply cannot match. From a dead stop you're moving before your brain finishes registering the movement. 0 to 30 miles per hour happens in roughly 3.8 seconds. On a machine this light and this low to the ground, it feels dramatically quicker than the clock says. You merge onto the highway and 65, even 68 miles per hour arrives smooth and confident with zero drama. No vibration rattling through the bars. No straining sound. Just clean, linear power that keeps pulling all the way to the electronically limited top speed. But the real magic shows up when you get this thing into corners. Most scooters feel like they're fighting you the second you try to lean them over. The Zoomer RS flicks side to side with this playful, almost go-kart precision because the heavy battery sits so low in the chassis. You tip it in, the suspension loads up nicely, and it just holds its line with confidence. I found myself carrying more corner speed than I planned on the very first ride because it felt so planted and predictable. Then you stand it back up and roll on the throttle, and that instant torque just shoves you forward without any lag or hesitation. It's genuinely fun in a way most electric scooters have completely forgotten how to be. Honda gave it 4 ride modes, and they actually matter. Eco mode softens the throttle response and stretches every mile of range, perfect for long commutes when you want to relax and maximize efficiency. Standard feels balanced for everyday riding. Sport sharpens the throttle and strengthens the regenerative braking so you can trail brake with the motor like you would on a sport bike. Custom lets you mix and match power delivery, reg and strength, and even traction control sensitivity to exactly how you like it. I left it in sport the majority of the time because the instant response just makes every single ride more engaging. But on a wet highway stretch I switched to Eco with stronger regen, and the whole machine felt relaxed and confidence-inspiring in a way that made me trust it completely. Brakes deserve their own chapter. Dual discs with proper, smooth ABS that actually works instead of that cheap pulsing you sometimes feel on budget scooters. And because regenerative braking is so strong and adjustable across 3 levels, you can do a massive amount of your slowing down without ever touching the physical lever once you get used to it. In heavy city traffic, I was barely using the brakes at all. It's that seamless. The regen feels natural, not jerky, and it actually extends your range in stop-and-go conditions. Let's talk range, because this is where most electric scooters on the market straight up lie to you. Honda claims up to 85 miles in city riding on the EPA cycle. In real mixed-world use, highway miles, some aggressive riding, traffic, hills, I was consistently seeing 70 to 75 miles on a charge. When I really babied it in eco mode on cooler days and kept speeds reasonable, I pushed past 90 miles before the low battery warning appeared. That's genuinely useful, real-world range for daily commuting, errands, and weekend exploring. You're not constantly planning your life around the next outlet. The 6.5 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery has excellent thermal management, so performance stays consistent even on hot days or after hard riding. No sudden power fade like you see on cheaper packs. And here's the detail that actually changes the game for a lot of people. The battery is designed to be removable. Honda made the quick-release system simple enough that you can pull the whole pack in under a minute with no tools. For apartment dwellers, people without dedicated home charging, or anyone who wants maximum flexibility, this is huge. You carry it upstairs like a heavy suitcase, plug it in overnight, and you're ready the next morning. That single feature opens the door for way more riders than most electric scooters ever reach. Home charging with the included Level 2 capable unit gets you to 80% in roughly 2.5 to 3 hours depending on your outlet. Optional faster charging hardware is available if you want even quicker turnaround. The Honda app lets you precondition the battery while it's plugged in so you pull maximum range on cold mornings. You can see real-time range estimates based on your actual riding style, check the scooter's exact location if you're worried about it, set up movement alerts, and even remotely disable it if something feels off. The anti-theft package is genuinely robust. GPS tracking, immobilizer, and smart alerts that actually work. The 7-inch full-color TFT display is bright, crisp, and actually useful instead of cluttered. It shows navigation turn by turn when your phone is connected, battery health and energy flow, trip data, ride mode info, and everything else you need without making you squint while riding. And because it's Honda, over-the-air updates are coming. They've already shown with other vehicles that they keep machines relevant and improving for years instead of letting them go stale after the warranty period. Comfort on longer rides is legitimately good in ways that matter for real life. The seat is wide enough and padded well without feeling mushy after an hour. There's enough wind protection from the front bodywork that your chest isn't getting blasted at 60 miles per hour. Floorboards are spacious and your feet sit naturally. Underseat storage fits a full-face helmet plus smaller items, practical for daily commuting and quick grocery runs. USB-C ports up front keep your phone charged without draining the main battery. Passenger accommodations are decent for shorter trips with a solid grab handle and well-positioned foot pegs. It's not a maxi scooter built for two-up cross-country touring, but for solo daily use and occasional two-up rides around town, it's comfortable enough that you don't feel beat up after an hour in the saddle. Safety is where Honda's decades of two-wheeler experience really shows. ABS and traction control intervene smoothly instead of feeling abrupt. Stability assist helps on wet roads or loose surfaces. All LED lighting is bright enough that you feel visible from blocks away at night. The frame incorporates smart crumple zones around the battery area. It feels like a machine built by people who actually ride and who genuinely want riders to come home safe every single time. Now let's get into price and real ownership costs, because this is where a lot of electric options fall apart the second you start doing the math. The Zoomer RS is expected to start right around $6,499. That's not bargain basement Chinese scooter pricing, but it undercuts most European electric scooters by several $1,000s while delivering better build quality, a real nationwide Honda dealer network, and that legendary Honda reliability reputation. When you stack it against something like a Vespa Electrica or higher-end NIU models, the value gap becomes obvious very quickly. Running costs are where this thing gets stupid good. At average US electricity rates, you're looking at roughly 2 to 3 cents per mile to operate. A comparable gas scooter getting 50 miles per gallon with gas at $4 a gallon costs closer to 8 cents per mile. Over a year of regular commuting, that difference adds up to real money in your pocket. Maintenance is minimal. No oil changes, no spark plugs, no valve adjustments. Brakes last significantly longer because regenerative braking does so much of the slowing down. Insurance is often cheaper depending on your state and riding record. Honda dealer support across the country means when something does need attention, you're not stuck dealing with some fly-by-night importer with no parts or service. Here's where things get really interesting when you zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Honda isn't just dropping one electric scooter and calling it a day. The Zoomer RS feels like the foundation for an entire thoughtful approach to electric two-wheelers. The modular battery thinking, the over-the-air update capability, the way it's engineered to stay relevant and updatable for years instead of becoming obsolete in 3. This is Honda saying they're serious about electrification done right for real American riders. Not the cheapest option. Not the most radical. But the one that actually makes sense for daily life and still feels special every time you ride it. And that brings us to the real surprise I teased at the very beginning. Most people are going to look at the specs, the design, the range, the price, and think they've got the full picture. But the detail that completely changed how I see Honda's electric future is buried in how they engineered the platform itself. This scooter isn't just a one-and-done product. It's built on a foundation that's designed to grow with software updates, potential power upgrades down the road, and even bidirectional charging capability that could one day let your scooter power small devices or contribute back to the grid during outages. That future-proof thinking is what separates this from almost every other electric scooter on the market right now. It's not just transportation. It's the start of something bigger. Is the Zoomer RS perfect? Of course not. No vehicle is. Storage is practical but not cavernous like some maxi scooters. At sustained highway speeds above 60 miles per hour, you notice a bit more wind noise than you would on a fully fared touring scooter. If you're 6 feet 5 inches and want a two-up tour across multiple states, this isn't the machine for that job. But for the vast majority of what most people actually need, daily commuting, running errands, weekend fun, beating traffic, saving money, and still having a smile on your face, it absolutely crushes it. So here's my honest question for you right now in the comments. If you could have one vehicle that makes every short to medium trip more enjoyable, costs pennies per mile to run, comes with real dealer support across the country, and actually feels fun and special instead of like an appliance, would the 2026 Honda Zoomer RS be something you'd seriously consider putting in your garage? Or are you still firmly team gas because of that raw sound and feeling? Be real with me. Drop your thoughts below. I read every single comment and I genuinely want to know where you stand. If this 2-hour deep dive got you thinking and excited, do me a favor and smash that like button right now. It helps the algorithm push this video in front of more people who are tired of boring electric options and want something that actually feels alive. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on notifications because we've got a ton more coming. long-term ownership tests over thousands of miles, head-to-head comparisons with every major competitor, real-world gas savings calculations over a full year, potential modification and accessory deep dives, and whatever else Honda decides to surprise us with next. The 2026 Honda Zoomer RS isn't just another electric scooter trying to check boxes. It's proof that going electric doesn't mean giving up fun, personality, or real-world usefulness. It's well-built, practical for daily life, genuinely enjoyable to ride, and it might just be the spark that gets a whole new generation of riders excited about two wheels again in a smart, modern, and actually enjoyable way. Thanks for riding with me all the way through this one. 2 hours is a long time, and I appreciate every single one of you who stayed locked in. What a machine! What an exciting time to be paying attention to what Honda is doing with electrification. Drop your honest thoughts below, stay safe out there on the roads, and I'll see you in the next one. Ride safe, everybody.